Hey, how's it going everyone? Today we're going to talk about the next update. I'm also going to be discussing a new game-breaking bug with a specific mount and a legendary rocket. I'm also going to be showing you a useful glitch in today's video, so this is just going to be an all-in-one really. And I hope you guys enjoy the video, so with that being said, let's go ahead and dive right into this. Let's begin by talking about the next update because there is some information in this video that may indicate that there is going to be an update either today or sometime this week. First off, if you're unaware, there was a tweet that Palworld had made about maybe 2 days ago when they talked about update 0.1.5.1. Now, for those that have watched my recent video, I apologize for repeating this information, but for video purposes, I absolutely have to. If you take a look on the screen here, this was what was mentioned during that tweet. Down below, you can see that it says we are currently working on an issue where autosave fails on the Xbox and Xbox Game Pass versions. We expect that this will be resolved in an upcoming update. And with that information being said, if you take a look at this tweet that Bucky made just recently on March 4th, this is what it says. 6 weeks since release, and Palworld has over 250,000 reviews on Steam, over 250,000 reviews. Insane. Still feeling very grateful to all fans and to those who continue to make such great content and fan art. Some very cool things coming very soon. So right after he mentioned that, I decided to head over to SteamDB and check out exactly what has been updated. And you can see that main_shipping, main_development, private_shipping, private_development, QA_development, then right underneath public, we can see QA_shipping. So yeah, as you can tell right here, these branches have been updated as of late, but this is a good sign because typically when you see stuff like this means that an update is about to arrive here shortly, especially with what Bucky had said earlier in that tweet when he said, you know, hey, there's going to be another update coming soon. That's very cool. Essentially, that's pretty much what he said. Basically, when it comes down to that information and the SteamDB information, we can pretty much say that there's going to be an update here very soon, yet how soon is a good question. If I had to throw a wild guess, and by the way, I could be absolutely wrong on this, I would say either today or sometime this week. I'm only going off the information that I know from Bucky's tweet and also what we know from SteamDB. So again, I could be absolutely wrong, but I have a good feeling that it's definitely going to arrive here soon. With the update, what exactly are we going to receive when it does arrive? Well, from what we know on the roadmap, we have received a good portion of the things at the top when it comes down to bugs being fixed or any of these critical issues. They did mention that this is going to be on their top priority, so it does make sense for them to mainly focus on that at the beginning. And at the bottom, for planned future updates, we have yet to receive any of that stuff, which I'm sure it's going to arrive here shortly. It just takes time, right? But I know a lot of us are craving the raid bosses in Pal Arenas because when I did do the Pal vote over there, I don't know why I called it Pal vote, poll vote, you guys had mainly voted for Pal Arenas, raid bosses, pretty much all of that good stuff. And not a lot of you are into the PvP aspect, which is completely okay. I'm not into it either, but I do feel a bit of competitiveness when I do get into those games, I will be honest. Anyways, I'm interested in what your thoughts are on this exactly. Do you think we are going to receive new pals, new islands, or is that too soon? Let me know your exact thoughts down below in the comments. Alrighty, with that information to the side, we are going to continue on and talk about a glitch that was recently patched in patch 0.1.5.1. If you all have been trying out the sphere swap glitch, it no longer works. And I have received quite a few comments on this, questions or whatnot. Yeah, it's definitely out of the game. It's no longer possible. For those that are curious about this glitch, what you could do is you could throw out your good sphere and swap it with a crappy sphere. You might be thinking, what's the use for that? Well, it would use your crappy sphere and not the good sphere. For example, a legendary one. The capture rate would be great because it would be a legendary sphere, but it would not use the sphere, it would just use your crappy sphere instead. And with that being said, if you are going to be using these glitches, try them out now because glitches like that have been recently patched, as well as the tower glitch. Some of you have said that they did it accidentally. I read it as sarcasm, maybe it wasn't, but you let me know down below on what you truly think that they're going to do with that glitch. Do you think they're going to just leave it as it is and then just move on and start patching the rest of the glitches? I'm interested. I definitely think they are going to patch a lot more glitches as we do continue along with early access. So again, if you haven't already, take advantage of those glitches while they're still active and good to go, because anything can really happen with the next few updates. I'm aware a good portion of you have left the game temporarily because you're waiting for the next big update, and hopefully this next one is arriving here soon. Once it goes live, I will let you know what glitches have been patched, what has changed, and basically tell you the top 10 changes that are in that patch, like I have done previously. Next up, we're going to talk about the game-breaking bug and glitch with rockets and a specific mount. If y'all would do me a favor so that we can help out the developers, is tell me which mounts are currently being affected. I'm going to show you how to do this and how to pick up a legendary schematic rocket launcher. First off, the easiest way to do this is to use a meat cleaver. Recently, in the latest patch, you can actually butcher the PAL, get on top of it by using the mount option without waiting for the second strike. It's a lot faster now. Prior, what we had to do was wait for the delay and then hop on top of it. For whatever reason, it's just incredibly easy now. Moving along here, we now have acquired the schematic. We can head over towards a weapon assembly line to locate the rocket launcher on the far left here, at least that's where it is for me. And from there, you're going to need a specific mount. I do know that this one is currently being affected. I think there is another one out there. I just cannot remember it at the top of my head. But yeah, if you head towards that location on the map and pick up this PAL, get on top of it. But first, in order to get on top of the mount, you need to craft the saddle. So make sure that you do that. Hop on top of the mount and then try to use your rocket. What you're going to see here soon is that the damage is not the same as it would be if you were off of the mount. For example, right here, I'm going to shoot at the rockets and you can tell that it's 357 and 300 something else. But when I'm off the mount and I try to fire the rocket, you can currently tell right now that I'm inflicting 7,000 damage. But prior, when I was on the mount, I was only inflicting 357 or 300 roughly, right? And if you're wondering, is this only with rocket launchers? Absolutely not. It's apparently with pretty much all legendary schematics. I tried it with a shotgun and I was receiving less damage when on the mount. And there is no sort of like a negative or any debuff when you are on this mount. So I'm not too sure what's going on here. So again, if you can try this on your world with different mounts and let me know down below if it's just with every mount. Personally, I haven't tried this with a ground type or any type of mount that's on the ground. You can definitely try that out and let me know if there is a difference. I doubt it because I have tried it out with Frost Stallion. I do remember that because I did make a glitch video on that. So potentially Frost Stallion might be out of that equation. But let me know down below what is working and what's not. The second latest bug going on is with Cloud. Now, if you take a look at this Reddit post here, you can see that this user named Scorbs had this to say. This prime base location is bugged on Xbox Cloud Play, at least for me. I've made a couple of new worlds and each time this one of the map sections that won't load correctly. I tried building foundations over the bugged area, but it ends up looking chunky in what should be a round, clean base. I have an original Xbox One still without an SSD, and the install version is unplayable, unfortunately. A bunch of other commenters on this thread agreed that this is a current issue, so yeah, if you are experiencing this on Xbox Cloud, there's really no fix as of right now, but we can only hope and assume that this next one will fix some more bugs and some other issues like that. And last but not least, we're going to talk about the newest boss glitch, which just involves yourself grabbing some wood and placing down a wooden wall defense. You can place this pretty much anywhere, but you may not be able to place it too close if you do head closer to the boss, for example right there. So try to go back a few, place it down, and then shoot at the boss. Now, surprisingly, what happens here is that the AI pathing, or however this works for this NPC, is that it's going to continuously rush towards the wall, but not go around it. You can summon your pals, and sometimes if it's angled right and it's a larger pal, you can shoot right behind the wall and cause some damage or inflict some damage. But yeah, let me know what you think about this glitch down below and everything that we have talked about in today's video. I appreciate all of you that have currently stopped by the channel. If you're not subscribed, do that now and turn those notifications on. If you have any questions, please comment down below or join the Discord. Follow me on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, and make sure that you ask a question there. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel, and I will see you all in the next video.